What's up, guys? We are live. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening?
Yo. How do I copy it?
What are we going to go with? We're going to go with this one, yeah. How's everyone feeling? Market is looking hot, right?
I also, real quick, for the people in the space, because we do have a lot of people in there early today, I did just post the Restream Live link at the top of the Jumbotron. So if you guys are in the spaces on X and you want to see us and what we're talking about, click on that link at the top to get on the live stream with us.
We'll see this. I'm going to put it in the green. Well, by the way, guys, we do have a Discord now for Green Pill Collective. We'll see. Oh, there's someone now.
What's good, homies? Mr. Loco, what's up?
Yo, Mr. Loco, Main City fam over there.
There we go. We're filling up. We're filling up, ladies and gentlemen. We're filling up. Did you guys see the clips I made from last week? I was speaking Oh, they can't hear me. I was speaking to Quack Life. They were also looking into Opus. It looks good, man. Looks good. Looks like a good tool to use. But the only thing is they give you so few credits for like what we want to do because we're doing such long form. You need to use a ton of credits to be able to use it without the stamps and all of that stuff. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. How's everyone feeling about the market? Market's looking hot, bro.
Well, what happened to Nick?
Where did Nick go? Bye. No, well, he'll be back. Something probably happened. Bro, I just watched a couple of updates on what's happened today. And, one of the things that welcome back, by the way. One of the things that I will say, yes, we're looking really good. The charts are looking healthy. But there was like certain scare things thrown out today from Trump saying that he said, and I'm not going to quote this exactly because I just saw it. I didn't have time to look again. But basically he said that the tariffs are not where they need to be yet. He said that today. So that he basically said tariffs are not over. I know you guys think that it's over, but we're not quite where we need to be yet. So I still think that sell-off that I'm thinking is coming is still going to come in there somewhere. But for those of you that may have opened a short last weekend, you would have bought that Friday. You would have opened that short. It wasn't a long window, but if you would have closed it on Sunday morning, Saturday evening, you could have made a little bit of money on a short. But then that I was not foreseeing that long. Like if someone wanted to try and open one of those, because that bounce we've had this week is, in my opinion, pretty much all resilience. We're seeing a lot of like market resilience in people not selling, in people deciding that they wanted to start stacking bags. And that goes for whales too. If you look at the shorts and longs charts today, we still are seeing longs outweigh shorts, which isn't crazy. It means that the bulls are still in command for the moment, but and I think I want to hear from Envision today, definitely on some charting, like short-term stuff, because I know he's way more analytical in that sense. But what I'm seeing in the funding side, man, we are on 7 days out on a positive funding rate for Bitcoin right now. And that is terrible in a bearish sentiment. If you're on a 1 day, it's going to be choppy. 3 days, you might be in a downward trend. When I start seeing positive funding rates on a 7 day chart, I start seeing large liquidations in the future there. So I think we're going to see some liquidation coming in. That was a good rip, Envision. Yeah, baby. I'm next. When you're doing your charts, I'm going to take mine. Basically, market's looking really good today. I do wish that I would have for kind of seen a long option here. after that short, because you really could have wrote a short right into a long, and you could have made a lot of money this week. And you would have that, you set your profits, stop losses as you go up so that you make sure you're taking the most of that earning. But, super bullish week, in my opinion. We're seeing so much resilience, and we're still seeing some FUD lingering in the back there. So at some point, I do foresee that we're going to go back down, retest those bottoms. Probably something in the market or news next week might be scary. All of a sudden, it's going to be the tariffs aren't working out moment, and then we see a drop. But I will say the strength that we are seeing overall in the market, very, very bullish for once the tariff stuff is all over. And that rebound, bounce, leap up is going to be just, catastrophic still. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I can just share my screen I have right here. Let me pull this over real quick.
Nice. I like it, Crypto Stoner.
Jesus, right?
It's my freeze pipe, y'all. This is actually glycerin water.
Sorry.
And so the glycerin water freezes, and then the coil inside gets super ice cold when you pull.
So
That's cool.
I posted this one on April 20th. I was just messing around drawing this butterfly harmonic, and I was just saying, "Oh, will it retest a 96?" I was just joking around, and not joking around, just posting it. I also posted an opposite chart, a bearish and bullish chart. This one played out pretty good though, because as you can see here, we did test that this line right here from the 96. We went to test it. So there was a few people in my Telegram group that did catch that long. Can you guys see this other screen? Oh no, you can't. Let me see. Let me go back to this one. Sorry about that. Let me share this one real quick.
Jeez, that was a big rip, Stoner.
And as you can see on the chart today, we went to go test that, and it went so close. It wicked it. It went so close to testing that 96. But who knows? My buddy, he has another chart drawn, and he's like, "Oh, it ain't over yet." And he's a pretty good trader himself, so I can agree with him too. But I'm just like, oh man, I could just see it going down from here, like how you were saying, Crypto Stoner. But yeah, that's my weekly update on that. I wish I would have got it on that long, but I was just so busy with launch and everything else going on with the Enchanted Miners. So, but yeah, congratulations to whoever got in on that. That was a really good one. I can start sharing right now.
Oh yeah, I agree 100% too. And,
Yeah.
There's so much analytics that goes into all of this, when we're looking at numbers, where things could go. On top of having individual people, whales, institutions, governments, you also have the media, constantly swinging things back and forth. For those of you guys that have been, sticking with us every week, I'm sure you guys have seen at this point that, we're pretty consistent in what we see. But also how much fluctuation can be had in the market, even with the things that we see. All it takes is Trump saying one sentence on TV, and it can completely flip the market sentiment. And that's why, for those of you that have been watching these charts, we have been between 98,000 and 74,000 now. Before we've had any major recoveries, before we've seen anything actually go a different way. So we're just constantly in this zigzag pattern currently. And, one of the things that we mention every week is that when the tariffs stop, those things, we have to wait for these little catalysts, and we just haven't seen those yet, which makes short time shorts and short time longs is kind of the game right now if you're short-term trading. There's a lot of volatility though, so you have to move those stop losses a lot. You have to pay attention to the market. Right now, it wouldn't be, personally, not financial advice, but I wouldn't be accumulating right now. Right now, if you still have cash in hand, you were waiting for that bottom that could come, the one that we had talked about last week, those different lows. I still think, at least that 70,000 range is still going to be tested. Envision has charts showing long-term zoomed out that we could see 50s or even, that crazy 36,000 range. But I don't personally, it now going back up into the 90s, dropping to 30 would be quite the long process to go that far down. That's where I was saying that this week, the resilience to me in the market shows that we're pretty healthy overall, that we probably will test that 70,000 range again. I still have half of my cash in hand that I was going to put in. So, half of it went in at 74,000, like you guys know. The other half is now waiting for one more bottom. If we don't see that bottom again, then I just dollar cost average the other half in. But I do think that somewhere in the news in this coming week, there could be something. We said 3 to 4 weeks, 3 weeks ago. Now we're at the 1 to 2 week mark.
Right.
So we'll see how close we are on that call out 4 weeks ago of where we could be in those 4 weeks. We're about 1 to 2 weeks out right now from seeing where we end up. So
cool. But we have Code Compiler live. Look at this. Look at this screen here. We got 9 of us.
And we got everybody on here.
Yo, are those Lucky Charms like just that's not just the marshmallows, is it? Oh,
Giant marshmallows of them. Yes, sir.
oh my God, I need a bowl of these stat.
Hey, real quick,
my problem is if I smoked weed, I'd have like 40 of these bags with me at all times. And I'd probably never get any real work done. And I'm not going to lie to you there.
That's
but yeah, I will do. I've been doing the nighttime wrecked eddies, little gummies. Those things are solid, totally solid. But yeah, how is everybody doing today? I mean, you guys got to love this market right now. I put out my call 2 weeks ago that it was going to rebound to 94. And everybody, you don't think, no, it ain't gonna happen. Well, guess what? You want what? My ticker came in and cashed out today, which was, very nice to be able to sit back and see. And the biggest thing with market trends is, like I said, it right now it can be controlled just by the president going in and making a statement right now. We're gonna go buy. All of a sudden, hey, guess what? We see it. He went and put the SEC secretary in for purchasing all the crypto. Now we're starting to see this big ass rebound come through, which is very nice for the market. It's going to allow for a lot of different market trends to go through, and you're going to see some back and forth swings that I personally think over the next couple weeks. It is going to take a lot of work. It's not going to be something you will see when the tariffs redrop. There will be. You want to know what? I'm going to tell you this now. If you haven't started on the calendar on 90 days, I'm telling you, I'm putting a short play in for when the new tariff policy comes in. Okay, I'm putting it on a 500x short. You best believe it. and literally, I will be up at 4 a.m. that morning loading that thing on a 500x short on probably 5 ETH. And everybody's going to go, oh my God, why? Because guess what? That next morning, you're going to see that 20% drop, and I'm going to take 5 ETH to 200 ETH. And this is where you sit back and you try to explain to people that, yes, when there is time frames that people can see that they can be able to get in these markets left and right and actually be able to make some very, very good money. But you have to be conscious on what you're doing. You have to pay attention to the politics. You got to pay attention to a lot of world organization stuff that goes on. And that's why, for me, for the most part, everybody always sees me. I just keep my head down. I stay into developing video games and putting everything there because I don't like talking politics. First off, that's always sucky because everybody has a side or an opinion. And secondly, if it ain't making dollars, it ain't making sense, So at that same point in time, and I signed myself up for a $30 million project that has been out of pocket that has not made me any dollars or cents yet. So, hey, but what are we doing? We're building something for the world. And this is the same thing with Web3. Every single person that is in here has very extensive Web3 knowledge. Every person that has been in these streams that have been here for any period of time, understands market trends. I don't think anybody in here is running into crypto Twitter and buying the next meme coin that just got shilled out. I can almost guarantee you that. Why? Because every one of us knows that if it made it to Twitter, you're the exit liquidity. So, you know, there's plenty of things that are in this space, you know, always about being, you know, straightforward with a lot of people, which sometimes it hurts people's feelings. A lot of people appreciate the straightforwardness, you know, and I love being able to come in and see like DeFi Space. Donkeys has been in my stuff a lot lately. Love you, Tricky. You're amazing. There's a few others that have been in some of our stuff. In Discord, this is probably one of the biggest discussions ever, is always in the crypto and crypto politics. We have so many people that have tripled their bag month after month after month by playing with the politics. And this is something that you should probably be definitely, like I said, you guys know what the timeline is for when the next tariffs are going to hit the table. He gave you and said 90 days from today, we will revisit it. Guess what? You should already know that if you're not putting in a short right there, guess what? I guarantee you most of the investors in the world that are playing crypto, they are. Me, I'm gonna risk 5 ETH for a 250 ETH for a 250 ETH, you know, run. But that's I also have built up that 5 ETH for that, you know, and that's the point of it, you know. And maybe by the time that 90 days is there, it might be close to 15 ETH. You know, I play a little bit slower. I play with the politics, and that's something you should definitely pay attention to. I do pay attention to, you know, Michael Saylor. Pay attention to his LinkedIn. You want to know when he's about to make a play? That man will literally be like, hey, I'm about to liquidate X, Y, and Z in real estate over here to free $5 billion worth of funds to go pick up more Bitcoin. That means you're going to see that 3 to 5% right there in the next few days. There's so many things that people should be smart about doing their research. You know, and this is the one thing that everybody's always said, always do your own research. Be able to bring in that knowledge, know what's there. Look at the top 100 people that are in crypto. And then you go and you see who do they follow. And if you were to take that top 100 people in crypto and who they follow, it's down to about 6 people. You're talking a few, a president, Michael Saylor, CZ, you know, like that. It's a pretty niche group of people that they're following, and all these guys are moving their money based upon what these guys say. And you wonder why they're getting rich. You don't have to worry about finding it on crypto Twitter. Crypto Twitter should be the resource for you to be able to understand, get educated, be the group that allows you to get the knowledge and start to understand how to make plays. But it shouldn't be where you're trying to go and get all your equity. You know, that's the one big thing. I mean, I've done really well for myself in crypto since Bitcoin was 18 cents. I have transactions that we've opened up transactions that I've done for 30 and one for $23,000, $30,000 transaction, and another one for $23,000. That was when Bitcoin was 18 cents. Imagine if I had that now.
Damn.
Dang.
And the only reason why I didn't, and I mean, the best part about it is my big rich to everything was I didn't understand what gas was. They said it would be a few dollars. So I loaded up an extra $100. So I had $100 worth of BTC that I had purchased at 18 cents. That I sold at 92,000. I did all right. Right. But you also have to have people that are ready to hold. People are turning this into day trading, and day trading, after you start looking at the swings of things, you can do that with smaller coins. A lot you can day trade with. BTC, unless you got some big ass bags, you're probably not going to be going out and trying to be doing day trading on BTC. You know, the XRP, you can get big ass swings on XRP for over this last 2 weeks. A 15% swings have happened on almost every smaller coin, and I've loved it. I mean, it's literally paid the bills for the last 3 weeks, which has been very, very nice.
Bubble
but
chart.
yeah, I mean, pull up the bubble charts there. You know, it is literally now. I have a little issue with like fart coin, meme coins that finally make it to different, you know, exchanges. I'm a little leery on because most of those still have devs that hold bags. And you know, there are a few programs that allow them to break those into many wallets and dump all at once. So it looks like it's very legit with a lot of the meme coins. So I've tried to avoid them as much as possible. I mean, I have made a few bags on it. Yes, we have a meme coin that we use with our Unreal Kingdoms where people will be able to have integration and additional benefits with it. But it's not meant to be just that, hey, let's go out and flip and trade. It's actually has a utility basis to it. You know, and that's the other thing. Like, a lot of people don't like to hear from somebody that's been fairly successful in crypto. You know, I help control about 250 million in crypto. And in that, I've made approximately 1.7 billion in the last 2 years on that 250 million. For a few friends that have an investment group, because they're all in their late 50s and 60s and they don't want to be making the decision, but they have that kind of money to throw around. So, you know, that there's plenty of space to make right decisions. But like I try to tell everybody, you know, very much do your own research with this. This is your hard work money. You know, this is what you all are out there busting your ass every day to accumulate. And every single one of these people here could probably educate you more and more and more. Give you the idea, understand those bubble charts, understand market trends, understand where you need to truly be looking. But people have to make sure that they take that moment to really look into what is their risk tolerance that they're willing to do too. That's the other thing. I know some people that they see the chart blip red one time and go down 15 cents and they are out of it. They're running away so quick. It's not even funny. And then
So
I know
let's go through the bubble chart real quick. Let's talk through some of these. Which one of these do you like?
So I like Pole. I'd play with Pole quite a bit. I've done really well with that. Sue, I've done very well with. It fluctuates real heavy. Their networks really well. Solana, I do really great with also. I've probably made, I don't know, 2.5 million day trading on Solana in the last 6 months. BNB, I've done very well with. Doge, I bought $2,000 worth of Doge an hour after it hit to open market. I still haven't even sold it yet. And I probably won't till it hits $1. And I'll leave that there because that'll be about $7.2 billion. So we'll take it from there. Hex is very good. I've seen a lot out of Hex. I have a few people that trade it daily. They do very good with it. FLR has been hit and miss for a lot of people that I know. So I kind of play a little bit different with that. Algo, I love. It has low tolerance, low risk, a lot of play availability that's there. And then, well, I got a funny feeling I'm probably going to take over the majority of like what Gala is doing. So I'm not too, I don't play in the competitions pool, you know, too much. Yeah.
I had a quick question for you.
Sure.
So earlier you were talking about like projects, you know, if you see it on Twitter, it's, you know, exit liquidity, right? Well, I would say that every single one of these people here has a project on Twitter and it's not exit liquidity. So how do we rewrite that? How do we change that kind of mentality?
And there's the kicker. That's where you have to build up. Same thing I did. So I own Cyber Ape Yacht Club and Unreal Kingdoms. Unreal Kingdoms, I didn't say anything to anybody for the longest time. We sat there building for the last 3 years. I put in 30 million of my own money to do it, and we didn't. We let the people go out and start saying it. And then I think that it takes a lot of transparency. I think that, like in my situation, I've opened up my bank accounts. I've opened up the crypto wallets. We build live in front of everybody 20 hours a day, 7 days a week. The level of transparency that you're willing to put out for people, I think, is the key piece to being able to have it not be like a meme rug idea and sediment for people. You have to have people that can literally come in and say, look, I've seen the guy's bank accounts. I've seen the guy's bills. I've seen what he's put into it. He's here showing face every day. He is fully doxxed. He is sitting back and being available for questioning and everything. You have to be able to provide more. I had somebody that recently tried to go off on Luca, and you want what? Like, let's see your bank accounts of what you've made, what you've done, what you're putting out to the community because of what you said you were going to promise and do and haven't. And I thought that was probably one of the most dangerous things that has been said to a founder, because he could have turned around and absolutely destroyed them. And he said, look, I don't even control it. It's handled by the company. And I think that was probably the best dodge that he could have done, and honestly, I do. But, accountability is now what is starting to become a very big sediment in this space, and verifiability of what people are doing. I mean, I have to do it in my space, and I don't have even an investor. I have people that are in my Cyber Ape Yacht Club that have invested into that make X, Y, and Z. But like for our game, I still have to open up my bank accounts. I still have to show the bills. Hey, look, here's the development server that we use, 192 core EYC. I'd have to pull it up. But we pay $112,000 to $165,000 a month for that server. We opened it up on live stream. Here you go. You want to know what the cost is? Here's that. Here's the CDN bills. Here's $160,000. If you're going to build a project and you want to build that brand and that name, you have to be willing to actually go out there and have your business, your personality, your life, your everything. And the biggest thing I always tell everybody, be real. If you're that real person that comes in and says, look, I don't fuck with people that feel like they're in a very scammy basis, people can relate to that. People can understand that. But I think that the biggest sediment in the space now, I mean, every one of you guys are doxxed. Every one of you are showing your face. Every one of you doesn't have a problem with it. I think that it's more of the people that just hide behind it and pay these KOL guys that you should be running from them. And I think that sediment's starting to become now the new basis of what Web3 is people are getting smarter. People are starting to learn and understand that there is so much that has damaged this space that they have to find trust levels that they can trust people and those projects.
So I got your website up here now, Unreal Kingdoms. Tell us about the project.
So we are the first multiverse metaverse, and that whole page is getting updated too this week. Sorry, but it is actually done by the full 7 layers of what a metaverse would be required to do. It is the first fully interoperable webverse that allows for us to be able to connect any other gamification to it, online shopping, Web 2 stores, into Web 3. What we have built has made it to where it does have a play to earn function that's built into it too. And it is built on, I guess you could say, if you could think of Ready Player One being brought to life, we did it.
Nice. And this launches when?
May 1st.
May 1st, so in a week? Nice.
We got a big ass party in Arizona that we're doing.
Really? In AZ?
Yeah.
Why AZ?
Huh?
That's where I'm at. I'm in Arizona. Are you
I live in Arizona.
Oh, no way. Where are you at?
North Phoenix.
Okay. I'm North Scottsdale.
Okay.
It's too funny, man.
I'm,
Small world.
Like off of like Union and 19th.
19th Ave?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Scottsdale and Jomex.
Oh, yeah. That's
too funny, man. Small world.
My dad lives right up just north of you, about half a mile.
Over by McDonald's Ranch.
Yeah, in McDonald's Ranch. Yeah, McDowell Ranch.
Yeah. That's funny, man. Too funny.
Yeah.
So launching May 1st, and I don't know if I got this right, but you're launching on multiple platforms, right? Can you tell us about
So we
that?
own our own exchange. So
Yeah.
our platform is interoperable between all exchanges. So you'll be able to use our UK coin and convert it to any currency you want. But on top of it, it is compatible with Unity, Unreal, and WebGL. So we can take any online game and actually import it into our world.
Oh, crazy. So you can take
And-
like GTA and import it.
Oh yeah,
in?
we already have a GTA system in there. That's Cake Island. That's my area. That's where shit gets real gangster, real quick. Yeah.
Nice.
Then there's Dragon Guild's area there, which is like a mix between, I guess you could say, World of Warcraft and Elden Ring, where it has a full flexible combat system, which is kind of like my big thing, because Elden Ring, that was the downfall of Elden Ring, was they didn't do a replicated basis to be able to bring out everything that's as a multiplayer availability game. So then you have Bedtime Creations, which is like Fable, like more kid orientated. HC Hogs is on Cake Island with us. Those guys are all about the combat and starting the bullshit. So yeah, they have their biker stuff that's out there, so you can go and jump on a Harley and run around and do everything. And yeah, so we have a whole bunch of big ass updates that are going in. The website will be they're actually in the process. I actually have the new web pages. Let me see if I can send them to you guys to see.
That's cool. So where's your party at in Arizona?
Talking Stick, baby. Come on now. If you're gonna have to have a party where everybody's gonna be able to come in and out of, you might as well just do it at the resort.
That's cool. All right. And when is that? Is that May 1st?
We're doing it the 1st through the 4th because we already got told with 4.8 million people that'll be downloading our product, it'll take almost 3 days. So kind of a downfall. Yeah.
That's cool, man. I'll come down there and check you guys out.
Hey, yeah. Like I said, it's for us, this was we got tired of being in Web3 and all these other promises, seeing, the billions that had been done. You look at like Illuvium and you look at Big Time Game, and you look at, even Bored Ape said, hey, we're going to have the whole metaverse, and we've spent $3 billion in 3 years. And then they come back and told us, oh, well, we didn't really promise that this was going to be done in any time frame or anything, and so it was more of the burnout of seeing so many people say that they were going to do something and not do it, that, I looked at my wife and said, well, babe, I can either go and buy us the whole ranch we were looking to buy up in Oregon, or I can go do this. And she looked at me and was like, well, I'll live with you under a bridge. Let's go do it. And so, she was like, if you're going to go all in, let's go all in.
Yeah.
And so $30 million, 3 years, a lot of amazing people, a lot of amazing partnerships. We have Quirkies, we have 2 others that are going in. We are the first approved on consoles, so it will be on PlayStation and Xbox.
That's cool.
And we are the guinea pigs for crypto to be brought into the console scene. By the end of next month, we'll have mobile loaded out for everybody, and for all you guys that run Macs, who I don't understand how you do it. But yeah, you guys will have a compile out too. So lots of big things that are underway. It's about building out a space that people can actually go. We will be rolling out VR probably early July. We have it working, but we have to go through like all the seizure systems and everything else to be able to have detections. That all has to be added. There's a whole huge terms of service. I had my VR on and I was flying on the Dragon until I hit a tree. And let's just say inertia is a real fucking thing when you're in a headset. And I literally almost smacked my face on my own desk.
Bro, I agree. I don't do headsets, bro. After that, I get so sick, bro. I get that inertia.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to solve that with time, but bro, it's so bad. But it's also cool because I feel a lot more when I have the VR on. So when I go over a bump, I feel like my stomach go like into my chest. It's pretty dope. I like it, but I just can't do it for too long. Man, the Super Bowl,
VR haptic
This is
feedback,
awesome.
dude. That'd be insane.
So it's really neat because this is the first transactional. So you can actually go set up an actual Web 2 web store. We have a few real estate people that are in Dubai and a few others that are going to start actually even putting like housing markets that people can actually buy with our crypto on it, like inside the game. So people can actually go and take the actual 3D tour through the house to see everything that's done and built. Oh, our web store, that thing is funny as hell. Watch out though for the underwear. We gave those out. We had the men's wear and the females wear, and let's just say our Vegas trip turned into 5 guys down by the pool wearing the female thongs.
Oh God.
You know,
And,
I live
it
in
was
Vegas.
mildly
I can
disturbing.
confirm this happens regularly.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of love for them. But yeah, I mean, for us, we're a family brand. We build together, we work together, we function together, we fight together, we laugh together, we cry, we go through all the stuff. I mean, for us, it's always been about transparency. You know, people get to hear, you know, even the calls with the attorneys where it's like, yo, you do this and you're going to be pissing off this group, this group, this group. You understand that's going to cost you probably $3 to $5 million over the next 5 years. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. The female underwear, we had 5 guys down at the pool wearing those.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And now it's like we have the NVIDIA partnership Inception system that's there. We have their AI tools that are being added in. We have 14 AI platforms that are built into smart targeting and systems for all the non-player characters. So you don't get to go and just stand in one spot and think that you can go kill things. No, these things will get smart and then they will figure out how to fuck you up. And that's the reality of it. Was we didn't want to make the game easy, but it'll also recognize age limits too, what user speed. So for instance, a 5-year-old will not have the same experience that a pro gamer will have, but will be able to earn and play and game at the same base as them. And then the AI even recognizes if that 5-year-old joined a pro gamer and will then tailor it to where that pro gamer is going to be the one that gets attacked more than the 5-year-old. Cool. And so we've put in a bunch of stuff with that. We added in a KYC system for children, so parents can go and allow their children to play, but the children will not be able to have contact with adults, which we did that because, no offense, I have 6 kids, and it's hard for me to not be like, you want it when they start talking shit for me to tell them I'm going to go fuck your mom, like, and hang up on them. Like, you know, like it gets toxic with a 6 to 14-year-olds. Let me tell you, it gets real toxic real quick. But yes, I mean, that's what the growth is supposed to be about. You're supposed to be able to build it and build for different ages. We are working with 3Meta, who is actually building out platforms to teach people how to build video games and to be able to have integration. So that way people can actually start building out their own worlds. And when they're approved, we will then allow them to be connected to Unreal Kingdoms. And so this will be an ever expanding group. We have a call with NVIDIA next Friday on the 2nd. And then we have one of the largest game studios in the world that is interested in seeing how we can partner with all of their online games. So, and if that deal goes through, it will be about a $200 billion deal. Damn. So it's
shit, man. You got a lot going on. I appreciate you popping in here for a minute.
Couple weeks coming up. So
yeah.
Then we're buying an island and building a dev center in Oregon. So the dev center will be a dev campus where all the devs will be live-in devs. So that way we can have up-to-date, speedier updates. We can get deployments done quicker. We can actually have people hands-on. And then there's also a quality assurance group that is actually a licensed quality assurance group in Web3 and banking. So yeah, they have a whole banking license that they have to worry about to validate what products we put out. And the island that we're buying, we already put in the bid. The funds have already been posted. So if they accept it, then we will also have an island just off of Belize that we have gotten agreements from Belize to have it as our own sovereignty, which means we will be opening up a bank. And sorry, guys, but it's only business banking. So you will have to connect a business to that bank to get your debit card. So that way all your crypto transactions that you do that go through the business is, validated and right and righteous. There's a lot of things that we try to teach people and educate. Like I try to tell everybody, if you're out here crypto trading, make an LLC. To be honest with you, you want to, and then incorporate that LLC in like any of the Cayman Islands right now would be smart. There's plenty of things that you can do, and be able to make smart advancements and plays with your money that won't actually be too detrimental to you in taxes and everything else. I see so many people get so many big wins and they instantly cash it to their bank account, personal bank account, not setting up any business, nothing. Next thing you know, they're freaking out because they withdrew it and then they ended up putting it back. But that capital gain of that $300,000 means that they still owe, $82,000 on that $300,000. And then they put it back in and lost. And they're still now negative $82,000, even though that was that profit. So these are the things that we try to teach people how to be able to be smart with theirs, where you'd be able to say, with a business that would protect you and your personal, your livelihood. And trust accounts are another thing that you should probably also get into and learn too. So if I could give any advice for some people, build a trust, build your LLC, make sure that your LLC is managed by the trust, and make sure then you incorporate that. And like Belize is a great place, there's a few others too that you can definitely sign up and a 3% tax rate's a lot better than a 31% tax rate.
Yeah, for real. So if we want to play the game, we go to your website and we go to
the dashboard right there. Click on the
download dashboard.
Yep. And then after you've logged in,
just email and
create an account.
Nice.
I know we're asking for a lot of stuff right now.
And is it all web-based, or do you download something locally?
Nope, you're going to download the client. So we have an installer that's on the web-based for anybody that wants to be able to go in and play the beta right now. For PC, you can actually just sign up there. And then once you're in, and if you'd like, I'll share my screen for it real quick.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That way everybody can see what it looks like.
Welcome to Agent as well. Agents just joined us. We also got Solana Strays that have joined us. Welcome to them as well. Guys, we have passed 650 people viewing. Can you guys please, if you are watching, like and retweet whatever stream you're watching. We up at 650, but let's break that 1,000 mark before the hour. Just give me 1 second. There we go.
Bang. So when you get in, you'll be able to click on, this will be your normal board minus the admin one. So you'll have your Nexus, your dashboard in the marketplace. With your Nexus, this is like your welcome. It'll give you the whole rundown. Sorry, the admin pages we haven't really played into. You'll be able to actually upload FBX files on the web page, where you'll be able to actually have your own items that you can put in the game. You could sell, you can do X, Y, and Z as long as you are with one of our partner companies. Plus, you will be able to import your characters from like Nifty and other places as long as you have the FBX characters too. That will be released right after beta for everybody. So if, for instance, Tricky wanted to make himself a DeFi space donkey that runs around, he could, and he could be rocking it out as his character. The dashboard here, normal welcome. We're excited to have you. You have your inventory. You'll be able to see all the inventory items that you have, what their value is, what you're doing, what servers are up. So you can see what servers we've set up around the world, which ones are up, which ones are down at any point in time. Mall floors. This is where you can actually build your own malls. Some people, you can buy them for cheap. Some of them are very expensive. The cheap ones here are actually already all bought, but I mean, yeah. You have your 3D assets that you want to sell and your real estate. I don't have anything that I want to sell. So, and then all the real estate that is owned, and then users can actually go in and actually build inside there. Once you're in, you'll end up clicking on this download Windows. Once you do that, it will then give you the prerequisite download system for you to be able to go in and actually download all the items. And then in a few days, you'll be able to go up here where you have your funds, and you'll be able to swap them and be able to utilize it directly through our exchange. So you'll be able to trade your coin for any of the other stuff. Plus also the marketplace, you'll be able to go in, you'll be able to choose what you want to be able to buy. Forest with armor, for instance, this is the one that's already been put in. People can go in and buy the items that are there, and it'll instantly go into their account. So you can start off. We're not allowing anybody in the beta to jump way ahead. So a lot of things aren't there. Quirkies, Sakurai, Bedtime, and HC Hogs are all opening up their stuff too. This is the weapon center that'll be added here soon too. For Cake Island, this is where you get your guns, grenades, grenade launchers, you name it, rocket launchers, swords, sabers, everything. It'll be great. I'm super excited for it. And yeah, it will be available for everybody to be able to go in and play. And it's as simple as just clicking on the download for Windows button. We will then also, for the beta test of Mac, which will be in a week, the Mac little Apple guy will be right here too for all you guys that are Mac users. So, and then there's the home. So we have all the expansions, quests, systems already built in, servers, the values of it for the burn rate. We are actually making this now to where we can fully drag and drop and build quests right from the panel.
Cool.
Type it in.
Yeah.
This is going to make it very easy for us to do mass integration for being able to build out quests for things for people. We have an AI that is actually going to be building out all of the individualized pieces, and then it will actually start loading them in. So currently we tested it the other day, and it did like 37,000 quests with characters, and we had to stop it and delete the whole thing because it was so much that it was like we couldn't even keep track of it. And then we have to manually input all these characters where it asks us to put it. That's the only downfall. That has to go in and drag and drop the character that's going to do it in each spot. So I was like, yeah, that's a little too much. Then we also have our payment hub systems too that'll be there. So we'll be able to track every single one of the payments, what partner it went to, everything, and make sure that everything was great and copacetic and it captured and did everything. And yeah, kind of cool.
That's awesome, man. I'm excited. We need to get a Green Pill Collective guild going, Rick.
We have currently in the game right now, there is coins from Digi, Quirkies, Cyber Ape Yacht Club, Bedtime Creations, 3 Meta D, and HC Hogs guilds already in the game. So if you guys want to make one, you just let me know. I'll even front your guys' credits for you guys. That way you guys can make one.
Let's do it.
And yeah, start hitting it up. It's been a lot of stuff going through in a very short period of time.
So you said 3 years. Is that a short amount of time in building a game? Is that a long amount of time in building a game? Like, what's it typically take
Big
to put out a
Time?
game
Big
like
Time
that?
took 7.5 years. Illuvium was 9.5 years.
Okay.
And both of those had at least $1 billion in funding.
Damn. Okay.
So yes, it is in half the time. We had one of the lead devs at Activision about 2 weeks ago come in, go through all of our stuff to kind of see what we needed to make sure everything was right before we went live. And when he saw that we only have like 14 developers
Yeah.
in total, and 4 that mainstream also during their times too, he thought that we actually had not 1 but 2 gaming studios. He said that this was a 7-year build out, $700 million build out, and we did
Yeah.
it for 30.
That's incredible.
So yeah, we were pretty excited. It felt pretty good. Felt pretty good.
So do you think what you're doing is going to change how games are developed and change the timing, change the funding? Or do you think this is going to be kind of a tipping point for the gaming industry?
I think quite a bit. I mean, we patented quite a bit of stuff too for the gaming industry too. So like I own all of the provably fair system for gambling for all of Web3, for Unity, Unreal, and WebGL. I own all of the streaming functionality, all the RTMP streaming, same thing like what we're in here with right now. I own all that for Unity, Unreal, and WebGL. I own all of the crypto transactions for Unity, Unreal, and WebGL also. So when it comes into it, for somebody like me, we essentially now get to kind of sit back and smile about a few things because we're controlling major markets. That about 3 weeks ago, we had the patent attorneys on, and they literally were laughing about how we just built like the largest moat around Web3 because we've essentially now even prevented GTA that's supposed to go live with their project next March for crypto transactions for console games and PC, and now they can't because we own all the patents for it.
Crazy.
So it's pretty nuclear with what we're doing now. We at Cyber Apes are going to go and actually license that. So and because we're not on a predatory percentage at 4.5% of GGR or of gross revenue from them, not net, but gross revenue from them, then it's not predatory. So therefore, they can't even go after us with like any kind of monopoly side of it either, because we've already licensed it out already to other groups currently. So, and we don't charge them any upfront fee.
Yeah.
So because we're not charging an upfront fee and we're keeping it under, I think it was like 6.1285% could be like the beginning threshold of predatory. It saves a lot of extra issues.
So any Web 2, any traditional gaming studios, Web 2, I'm just gonna say Web 2 gaming, that want to enter Web 3, basically they have to have a conversation with you first in order to kind of enter the space.
Yeah.
To a degree.
Yeah.
That's cool. Good for you, man.
Yeah. We took a different approach, and then we filed all the PCTs, and once we filed all the international patents for it all through our trust accounts, everybody about flipped out because we've made it impossible for them to now look at our code through the PCTs and the trust accounts, because unless they know what the trust name is, they're not even able to query it. And if we capture anybody that is doing it, then all we have to do is take our patent paperwork into the courts and literally have them shut down. But it becomes detrimental to them too, because it also means that we can shut down their hosting company. We can shut down everybody that relates to them, their payment processors, and every one of them could be liable for damages.
Yeah.
So it's
crazy.
Pretty unique. We've had some pretty big attorneys that, I said, how do I get you guys on board where it doesn't cost me an arm and a leg every single month? And we had like 5 firms that were in this call, 5 like big firms like LPK, Perkins Coie, like big firms that were all in this call, and said, so how do we have something that would work? And they said, well, if you find anybody that is doing it, you just send it over to us, and normally you'd have to put down a deposit for the work. And I said, well, how about this? You guys would normally take a 30% cut. And everybody was like, yeah, that's paying us good. And I said, how about you guys get a 50% cut, and I don't have to pay you shit. I just give you who's violating it. And I had 3 of the 5 firms say, we'll pay for people to search.
Yeah, that's
but
funny.
all 5 firms agreed upon it. And all 5 firms have the ability to have international jurisdictional rights to be able to go and take pretty much any company almost anywhere to court, and any individual.
Crazy.
So it every single one of them was the happiest camper in the world when I told them, yeah, you can take 50%. They were over that it was like you gave them the shiny rainbow to go into Web3 with. You know, and that's the thing. Like for me, I care that everybody eats. The money that we get from anything that any of our attorneys go to goes to my community. It doesn't even go to us. So if somebody's violating it and our attorneys go in and get a settlement, say for $100 million, and the attorneys take $50 million, the remaining balance doesn't even go into us. It'll go into our marketing fund system that we use for our IMS. So how it works is if you own a Cyber 8, you go into the IMS and you are required to market and then take your marketing links and post it into our IMS to free up your funds. You become your own contractor and within the company. And for us, it gives us a 30% write-off every year, every month for our users.
Crazy.
That's awesome.
I can't wait to try the game. I'm excited.
Right? Yeah.
I'm actually, so funny enough, I'm testing on an i5 right now that I just set up right here. An i5 with a 1080 video card. Bought it from Walmart. And it just finished installing. So I'm about to test the game live on a $325 laptop from Walmart.
Oh, there
So
you
that
go.
way, you know, we could actually be able to see it get in, function. Everybody was like, bro, and I haven't even rebooted it. Yeah, but you got to have an Apple.
Rick's doing
you
his
know.
heart. Is that what
He's
it
got a
is? Is it
Mac.
Apple? Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's got a Mac. Yeah.
We couldn't figure out how he was making the hearts and nobody else
Yeah,
could.
no, and then there was the other one, like the thumbs up or the.
Oh, do a
yeah,
thumbs up.
There's
Rick.
a few of them.
Is there a thumbs up one? No. Oh, there
Yeah,
it is.
there it is. Bink.
Nice. Mystery solved.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't figure out why they couldn't get that, and I could. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's funny.
Damn Apple.
I'm gonna boot into my Mac.
750 viewers. 750. Please, if you're watching this, like, retweet the space that you're watching. Please show support for all these great guests that we've got today. Really want to see if we can break the record on this one. Look, I think we're going to come close.
Whew. And just like that,
I think
already in the game.
Let's welcome also just to the stage. We haven't just heard from them. We haven't heard from them. I'll let Crypto Stoner take over though. The Solana Straits.
Yo, yeah, let's talk about Solana Strays for a sec. We just went live on Mint a couple hours ago. For those of you guys that know, Addiction, Judd, and Merc from the Big Fam and Timelines, Reply Guys, you guys know them. Addiction is the founder, the main founder behind Solana Strays, had a big vision in starting something where basically they're helping out shelters. ASPCA, to be precise, they actually have wallets, crypto wallets on their website. So they've actually used the wallet from the ASPCA to link to the project so that and I'll let Addiction correct me if I'm wrong, but 20% of the proceeds of Mints goes directly to the ASPCA, and they're able to help with that. And he's in touch with the local one, the foundation, and so I'll let him take over if he wants to. But basically, went live this morning, and we're doing some good work for saving some animals out here.
Yo, yeah, thank you, Stoner. I appreciate it for the intro, man. I'll go ahead and give you guys a rundown. So yeah, we started minting out around 12 my time, which is about almost 3 hours ago. But everything is going smoothly so far. But so Solana Strays is basically something I started to give back to my own community. I have a lot of stray animals in my community, and shelters get no funds whatsoever besides donations. And me being a small community, we get little to no donations. So this is a project that I'm going to be able to leverage and use the brand name to create these funds for the shelter I'll be working with one-on-one, and also ASPCA, which is a non-kill shelter organization. And we've already been in contact with them. So it's kind of something that can kind of blow up to something a little bigger than we can even handle. So hopefully it goes smoothly from here. We get a little bit more noticed after we show up at the shelter, because it would be nice to go live there and show my face and show the money that that it brought, such as like the pharmaceuticals, the beds, the toys, such things like that. And then I can go ahead and put posters of the strays for people to probably even get a free stray and kind of onboard the people of IRL to crypto. So it's kind of a small project that can kind of turn into something bigger. But yeah, man, that's kind of the rundown. But yes, you are correct. 20% of all proceeds we make from donations, apparel, anything we decide to bring to the table, it will be donated to ASPCA and this shelter we'll be working with.
And so you guys started minting today, right? At 12, about 3 hours ago?
Yeah. So the whitelist had started about 3 hours ago, and the public starts here in exactly 1 hour.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. I'm gonna go grab my kids, and I'm gonna once I pick them up from school, I'm gonna go mint a few of those bad boys. So
Nice.
I see a few I already like. But I appreciate everybody. Hope
Have a good
everyone has
weekend.
a solid weekend. Yeah.
All right, man. Take care.
Peace
So you're
out.
on Magic Eden there, Rick? Is that where you're at?
Yeah. Magic Eden, and then
Oh, I like the sombrero.
yeah, I was just looking at that one. That one.
Oh, that's fantastic. And how much are they minting for? I didn't hear that.
So whitelist is going for $6 and public is going for 12. The fees right
got it.
now, I think, because Solana's fluctuating, is around like $1, which is a little higher than usual. But yeah, so just kind of be prepared for that.
I mean, it
And how
really
many-
is. It's like a donation. You know, you
Right.
You
You're
know, you
supporting
are,
your local.
yeah, exactly. Oh, that's a nice one. Wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So
All right,
then
I'll
again,
mint 100 of them.
so then again, so we have ASPCA Solana address inputted into the contract. So every time you
Oh, that's
mint,
cool.
it goes directly to them.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, and then besides that, we have control of the IRL project wallet, which those funds will help that shelter, and then we have ours.
Nice. So yeah, you like Rick said, you're basically donating directly to the charity. You're
Yes,
supporting
exactly.
your local non-kill shelter. That's cool. And how many in the collection? I didn't hear that either.
There's 1111.
11. Got it. So yeah, so you're gonna raise, I don't know, 10 grand maybe off of this project for the local shelter, roughly. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. And like I said, these shelters get almost no funding, so this will help out a lot.
Yeah.
So and then a lot of people are really supporting this. So I mean, we plan to grow bigger, and I know the people that are already on board with us are gonna grow with us. So it's really exciting what this can turn into.
Yeah, I think it's, we've talked a lot about the evolution of NFTs and how we're going to start to see more utility baked in. And I think this is a perfect example of that, right? Because once you mint a Solana stray, you've basically identified yourself as being a supporter of non-kill shelters and, supporter of adopting animals and things like that. And I think that is only going to build. Like, we're going to start to see more NFTs incorporated into charitable organizations and being able to identify people as far as what charities they align themselves with, whether it's animals, whether it's feeding the homeless or housing the homeless or whatever the case might be, donated to cancer societies, et cetera. And you're going to see people kind of stack these NFTs and showing as a way to show their support, right? And it's not something that you can just make up. It's not something that you can fake. It's going to be a very real thing that people are going to identify with. That's cool, man. I like this project. Very, very interesting.
Cool. I appreciate it, man. I've put a lot of hard work and a lot of my time into it. So I'm definitely going to show that and make sure that everything I've said gets done. So
very cool.
Appreciate it, man.
All right. So the public mint starts in about an hour. You guys go to, I just had the website and I lost it. SolanaStrays.com. And if you scroll down below the fold a little bit, it'll say Mint Solana Stray. And that's, I guess I should have been sharing my screen. And then it looks like you just connect your wallet, and then there you go. So very cool. All right, guys. Well, we're a little bit more than an hour in. What do you think? Should we wrap it up this week and come back next week and play some Unreal Kingdoms, or what are we doing?
That sounds good, bro. That sounds good. Also, just wanted to introduce
right?
Agent. Yeah, I just wanted to introduce Agent. He's having problems. He was streaming earlier, but I think he's having problems with his connection. But he'll join us again definitely next week. But what's up, Agent? How are you doing, brother?
Yes, all right, guys. Here I have to go pick up. It was shipped today, so go pick that up. We'll be set up. Having a new setup very shortly. Connection. I'm gonna reset my to like have the fun phone call of being on standby for an hour with a local provider. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun.
Oh, we lost him.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be on that call. Looks like. It's up to you. We can wrap it up for this week, and next week, maybe we check in with Unreal Kingdoms, do some more TA. Man. But it was a good show. I enjoyed it, learning about Unreal Kingdoms, and nice just to have a change in pace. We always do the same TA stuff, so nice to just change. And then also with the Solana Strays, just a shout out to them. I will be supporting them. I think, when their mint goes live, they are going to be having a space. So if you guys want, and you're listening and you want to join the space, just check on their X page. I have actually put all the @ at the bottom for everyone. If you do want to, please follow everyone that you see on stage, guys. As you see, Solana Strays, simple code compiler as well. Just straight up code compiler, nice @ there. And then also agents as well. If you're not following him yet, his is agent 6429. So 69 with the 420 in the middle.
I see what he did there.
That's smart. I like that.
And everyone go and download Unreal Kingdoms. They launch May 1st, which is next Thursday. So we'll probably do some live gameplay next Friday.
I'm gonna have to wait for that talking. So we are gonna live stream it there. So if you want to come in, I will have probably 2 or 3 laptops set up. Let everybody be able to go. I got a poolside suite right there, so everybody will be able to go to the pool and the cabanas and all that. But we're setting it up.
Nice. We got a babysitter for the kids. I'll bring the wife down there.
Bro, I got 6 kids. I know the struggle.
Yep. Cool,
Finally
man.
got to test the backup camera so I could figure out at least how to get out of my parking spot.
I got a 7 and a 4-year-old, so I'm right in it right now.
Oh, those are the fun ages. They're still not too mouthy yet,
Well,
I got one that I got a 7-year-old that just got Grandmaster in Call of Duty, and they invited him to come to like one of the world tournaments, and then they found out he was 7.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, probably cannot allow him to come to this event.
Yeah.
So it
That's
was
hilarious. Yeah. All right, guys. I got a jet. Have a great weekend, y'all. We'll talk to you next week. And have a great weekend. Take care. Bye.
Deuces. Quack, quack.
Later, guys.
Quack, quack.
Go ahead.